welcome beginners or restarters. I like this book because it is fun and it gives you a chance to get used to basics, no rushing. Also, you can play with the backing music, which is really good. I learned the hard way that violin is not about how many notes you can play. Give yourself maybe 1 year to get really used to this instrument and basics and enjoy each note, every bow stroke. Before we start, I'll give you some quick setup instructions. Okay, you need violin apps, 2 apps, tuner app and metronome app. You need to tune your violin before you start. So G, D, A, E. The thick string is G, and then D, A, E, thinnest one. E is the highest pitch. G is the lowest. To remember the names of the string, I just say good day and evening. Now, to hold the violin, there's a violin neck, gently hold, and you put the violin between your jaw and the collarbone. And before, because we're using open strings in the beginning, I'll just hold the violin like this, comfortably. So you don't need to clench, just holding. And the important thing is the elbow is not jutting out like this or like this, just under the violin. Okay, now the bow, when you play, you tighten the bow and then there's a screw, turn it clockwise. Now the important thing is this gap is not too wide. I see students making the gap, tighten it too tight, and then bow stick is almost straight. What I mean is this tip is slightly going up. It's not dead straight. If you keep the bow very tight for a long period, it will ruin the bow. So maybe a pencil can go through this gap. Now when you're not playing, anti-clockwise and loosen the bow hair, but not too loose that it becomes floppy and catching the hair in the violin case. Okay, now violin bow hold is one of the hardest one for me and for my students. Even though they played for several years, I still have to remind some of them, pinky up and round thumb. I'll show you easy way to hold the bow. There are tons of videos you can search, other videos, but what I teach is these 2 middle fingers are the main ones. So you put the bow on these 2 fingers, and these are eye. So maybe this finger can be near. It doesn't have to be exact. Everybody is different, but near there. And the fingers are not stuck together or wide, just a little bit. Now the thumb is going between the leather and the frog. Funny name. So when you hold the violin bow, first just use these 2 fingers and the thumb round and go side by side, up and down. And the pinky goes on top. This little guy is a watcher, just looking out. And this finger, he's the boss, but he's kind of a chill. So you just, not gripping, not hooking, just like this, just lying there. Okay, now the other important thing is I see either it becomes really wide or really close. None of that. We want little gaps. And the other thing is sometimes I see straight fingers. We want everything to be round. So this bottom part of your hand, bring it down a little bit. So you see my fingers kind of getting round. So if you're holding the bow like this, straight fingers, bring this part close down. Or the other way to think is fingers folding up. So in the middle of your palm, there's a little ball or little baby bird. Okay. So bring it down. Okay. Now this one takes time. You can do this way easy. This way easy. But this one, because we're not used to this, now your pinky is kind of feeling it. So practice this a few times. And then when we start, I'll show you how to do straight bow, which is really important. But before we start, just get used to violin bow hold and the violin hold. And if you can, maybe put the bow in the middle so it's straight, not crooked, not this way, just straight, and looks like a square shape. And then when you put the bow at the tip, still straight and heel straight. Do that a few times, get used to it. And then violin bow hold, practice that one, and then violin hold, so no tension, just relax and just hold the violin gently. And then we'll start with the violin journey with the Fiddle Time Joggers. Okay, see you next time.